Class 7th. In the previous class we have studied about the introduction of the cell, and I've told you there are mainly of two types of cell, that is plant cell and animal cell. Today we will discuss what is about the plant cell and the animal cell. A cell is enclosed by a thin membrane that is called cell membrane. Then a cell consists of jelly like material enclosed in this thin membrane. Thin membrane के अंदर एक jelly like material होता है, that is called cytoplasm. उसे क्या कहते हैं? Cytoplasm. The thin outer covering of the membrane of cell is called cell membrane. There is large spherical structure floating in the center of the cell, that is called nucleus. At the center of the cell, a spherical structure is floating, that is called nucleus of the cell. And nucleus is also surrounded by cytoplasm, that is jelly like material. A number of small body is called mitochondria. Mitochondria are also present in the cell. In each cell mitochondria is present, and one thing I more want to tell you, mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. Because why it's known as the powerhouse of the cell? It store energy and it's release energy for the cell to keep them alive. That's why it is known as powerhouse of the cell. Why it's known as the powerhouse of the cell? Because it provides energy to the cell. Understood? There are tiny air space in the cytoplasm of animal cell called vacuoles, and they have tiny small air sac bag where you can say air is filled in that bag, that is known as vacuoles. As compared to plant cell, vacuoles are small in the animal cell. As compared to plant cell, vacuoles are very small in size in animal cells. The general diagram of animal cell, I have drawn it for you on a white chart so you can see it. As you can see here, this is the diagram of animal cell. I have drawn it to you. This is the outer lining is known as cell membrane. What it's do? It's protect the cell, and these are the jelly like parts that is filled inside the cell membrane, that is known as cytoplasm. And this is the nucleus here at the center of the cell present, that is called nucleus. And these are the mitochondria, which is also known as powerhouse of the cell. It store energy for the cell. And these are vacuoles that are small in the animal cell as compared to plant cell. These are air filled. These are vacuoles are air filled. Understood? You can see it clearly. Cytoplasm are jelly like material that are filled in the cell membrane, inside the cell membrane. And nucleus at the center of the cell, that is spherical in structure. Mitochondria that store energy for the cell, and vacuoles are air space that is in the cytoplasm area, and it is small in the size as compared to plant cell. This is only about the animal cell. Now let's move towards. We will now give the function of all the part of the cell. What is their function means what is the function of cell membrane, cytoplasm, vacuoles. The cell membrane protect the cell and also control the passage of material which go into the cell. What is the function of cell membrane? It protect the cell and it also control the passage of material which go into the cell. Means the thing that go into the cell or come out from the cell, it is controlled by the cell membrane. The function of nucleus is to control all the activity of the cell, and the function of the nucleus in the book you can also see. This is the nucleus, and nucleus function is to control all the activity of the whole cell. Like as your brain control all your activity, same way a nucleus control all the activity of the cell. Understood? And which type of activity they control? Like cell growth, etc. The function of mitochondria is to carry out respiration for releasing energy from food. What is the function? Just now I have told you it provide energy to the cell. So mitochondria function is to carry out the respiration. It's carry out the respiration process and release energy from the food. the food which is taken by our body, it's release energy from that. The function of small vacuoles is to hold air, water or particles of food, and that vacuoles, that is a bag, it is a air bag. What it do, it's hold air, water or particles of food inside it. And the function of cytoplasm, last at the cytoplasm, these small dot you can see here, these are known as cytoplasm. And now what is the function of cytoplasm? Cytoplasms carry out all the activity of life process, means all the activity of our life is controlled by the cytoplasm. All the part of animal cell such as cell membrane, cytoplasm, nucleus and mitochondria are also present in the plant cell. These all part are also present in the plant cell. In addition to these, the plant cell have 3 more parts in them. In addition to these, plant cell have 3 more parts as compared to animal cell. These are what they are: cell wall, chloroplast and large vacuoles. In animal cell, I have told you that vacuoles are small, but in plant cell they are in large in size. So what the 3 things that are present extra in plant cell? Cell wall, chloroplast and large vacuoles. These part make the plant cell different from animal cell. ये 3 parts जो हैं, these 3 part they are make the plant cell different from animal cell. The general diagram of plant cell you can see on the whiteboard again. As you can see here, this is the diagram of plant cell: a cell wall and chloroplast and vacuoles, that is large in size. These are the 3 extra part, and all that same part as animal cell, they have similar function. Cell membrane protects the cell cytoplasm is jelly-like structure, nucleus that control the activities, chloroplast what they do, mitochondria provide energy to the cell, vacuoles that. Now see what are the function of cell wall, chloroplast and large vacuoles in plant cell. All the plant cell have a thick cell wall around the cell membrane. They have a thick cell wall around the cell membrane. As you can see in the figure, they have thick cell wall around the cell membrane. This part is known as cell membrane. This part is known as cell membrane, that is surrounded by the thick part that is called cell wall. How it is surrounded by cell membrane? The part is surrounded by is known as cell wall. The cell wall protects the cell, and the function of cell wall is to protect the cell and give them fixed shape and make it rigid. Rigid means strong. What the cell wall do? Cell wall fix the shape of the cell membrane and make them strong. The chloroplast contain chlorophyll, and the chloroplast part contain chlorophyll and make food for the green plant by the process of photosynthesis. Here again you can see this is the chloroplast. It contains chlorophyll inside them, and which helps the plant to make their food by the process of photosynthesis. This is known as chloroplast. It contains chlorophyll in it, which helps the plant to make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. The large vacuoles in plant cell are filled with cell sap. What is cell sap? Which is a solution of sugar and other substance. When the plant forms the food, a glucose get released, and that is go to the vacuoles part of the plant cell, that is which is solution of sugar and other substance. The animal are made up of animal cell joined together, whereas plants are made up of plant cell that is combined together. Animal cells combine and form animals, and plant cells combine and form together and form plants. Understood? Since the animal and plant are made up of different types of cell, so now you can say that plant and animal are made up of different types of cell. Therefore animals and plant look different. That's why plant and animal look different. Now we are positioned to complete this lesson. Here are some short answer. Please do a fair revision class for all the explanation. I hope so that you have got. If you have any kind of confusion, then tell me in my comment box. I will reply your answers. Let's do a revision about the plant cell and animal cell. Here two diagram I have drawn, that is plant cell and animal cell. First one diagram is of animal cell. First part is cell membrane, that is the outermost layer of the cell. Then cytoplasm, that is jelly like material filled in the cell membrane. Nucleus, that controls the function of our body, which is spherical in structure. Mitochondria are release energy to the cell. Vacuoles are air space that present in the cytoplasm, and vacuoles are small in animal cell as compared to plant cell. Now come to the plant cell. Plant cell have three extra parts. What they are? Cell wall, cytoplasm and cell wall, chloroplast and large vacuoles. What they are? Cell wall, chloroplast and large vacuoles. Cell wall, what they do? They protect the cell membrane. They give them rigid and strong. They make them fixed shape and make them strong. Chloroplast contain chlorophyll, which helps the plant to make their food. Large vacuoles, what they do? They are filled with cell shape, that is sugary solution. Understood? This way we have completed our lesson first, class 7th. I hope so you have understood this lesson. In the next class we are going to start the new lesson. Please do a fair revision. Have a good day. Bye bye.